Up here we have Derek Sloan. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you today. Does anybody recognize this here? The Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This charter has been completely ignored the last 2 years. Our entire governmental system, our court system, has been complicit in what we're seeing. I met with a group of lawyers yesterday who said it seems like all of a sudden Canada's become a lawless place, and I agree with them. And when the country becomes lawless, the citizens must stand up. And as far as the eye can see, from up here, I can see people everywhere. There are thousands and thousands of people today. I would say, that's right. I would say there's 8,000 to 10,000 people. There's a lot of good people here today. There's a lot of friends here today, and I see my friend Maxime Bernier over here. How are you doing, Mr. Bernier? Good to see you. About 5 months ago, Maxime Bernier, myself, and Randy Hillier did a parliamentary press conference on Parliament Hill, and it outlined the ways that the federal, provincial, and other governments have failed us in COVID-19, and that particular video is one of the top 10 CPAC videos of all time. It's only been out for a few months. People are ready to hear the truth. The problem is, our government is not giving it to them. And that is the issue. That is the problem. Beyond that, I believe this is not about science. This is not about logic. This is not about governance. Something bigger is going on. It's about light versus darkness. It's about good versus evil. There's more than just logic. There's a spiritual battle at hand right now for the heart and soul of Canada. We have to come to these rallies. We have to speak the truth to our friends. And we have to pray to God for deliverance in this country. We are under assault and under attack. There's a quote from George Orwell, and it says, "In times of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act." We are living in times of universal deceit. And that's why telling the truth, that's why coming to rallies like this, that's why holding church services, that's why speaking up and speaking out can get you fired, can get you ticketed, can get you arrested. If you're Justin Trudeau and his cabinet, and there's a liberal march that's going on, you can go and no one says anything about it. It's hypocrisy. If you want to go to a rally like this, which is actually disputing what the government is doing, the definition of protest is to, in its truest sense, is to protest what the government is doing. And right now, when we do those very things, we come under attack. And that is why I believe that what we're doing is a revolutionary act. It's telling the truth in a time of universal deceit and universal lies. There is nothing scientific about what's going on here. They talk about the vaccine passport. They talk about ICU capacity. But what they don't talk about is any of the actual facts. We know, for example, that natural immunity is much broader and longer lasting than vaccine-induced immunity. And it's not just me that says that. I was just reading an article about this in the Washington Post, which is hardly a barometer of a high-level conversation, but even they admit it. I mean, the Washington Post is kind of the Toronto Star of the United States, and they admit it. And yet here in Alberta, the most conservative part of the country, they can't even admit that natural immunity is a thing. What's going on here? It's disgusting to see the complete trampling of science. And we know that there's been studies now for months of other treatments that work well, both before, during, and after COVID-19. And there's zero discussion about them. If they're worried about ICU capacity, you need to get people on some of these other treatments. There's protocols being used all around the world. Just try them out. It's very easy. It's very, very clear that we are living in a time of universal deceit, a time where telling the truth carries consequences. And I want to tell you and ask you today, join with me in telling the truth. Join with me in a revolution of telling the truth. The truth will always prevail. The truth is not afraid of controversy. The truth is not afraid of closer examination. In fact, the more you examine truth, the more established it becomes. So don't be afraid of saying the truth. Speak it, shout it, live it. And we will see a better day. Thank you so much for being here. Don't stop the fight. God bless you, and God bless Alberta. Thank you.